D214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Good morning, homie. Another 168 hours. Here we are.
Here we are. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Just another Sunday, still fucking around with technology, trying to figure out how the fuck half this shit works.
Yeah, how about that?
I can't get, because I have such rich footage for you.
And it's just not happening?
So I'm pretty sure that within the next 4 hours, I'm gonna have 6 of the same email. I'm gonna have try sending the motherfucker. You try to we argue about this all the time. We try to get things to work and they don't fucking work. So sure. I'm expecting about 6 or 7 emails from myself, about 12 posts on the DD214 group. On the page, probably on my Facebook itself, there's gonna be posts all over the place. So
interesting.
I apologize in advance.
You have nothing to apologize for. You're good. You're good. We see you, John. We see you and we love you. Happy Sunday, my friend. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, man. Happy Sunday. We're out here. We're having a good time. It's hot, man.
Dude, it's gotten kind of balmy and sticky here in Missouri, dude. It's definitely officially summer now. If it wasn't summer yet, just by the changing of the season, it's definitely summer now, and it's still not even fucking July. Oh boy, can't wait to see what July and August feel like. Good God, man.
Well, August, as we all know, August is always the worst one.
It just gets stupid.
Yeah, that's when the drivers start coming out and they start crashing all over the place. And then you got 4th of July happening soon. The retail stores are going to be packed. I don't know. It's going to be...
Yeah. It's going to be a madhouse.
It's going to be a little scary. It's going to be a little scary, guys.
Such is life, yeah? Such is life.
Yeah, man. So I played, I'm going to give it a few minutes before I get into, my review about this. Before I get to my VR reviews. So to start, I watched this funny show called Players, man. Hilarious. You watch the trailers, you got this character, the main character is named Cream Cheese.
Okay.
I really wish this camera would stop trying to focus.
We had that conversation a few weeks ago, right? About the camera's too good. And it's trying to do too much at once, basically, so it keeps fucking everything up.
Yeah, just calm down. Just calm down.
Seriously, camera, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Knock your shit off, dude.
So the show is about a League of Legends. You know what League of Legends is. Even if you don't play, everybody knows what the game is. They have one of the biggest competition series in the world. And so it covers the LCS competition and a character named Cream Cheese, who started off as a young pro gamer and is now 27, 28 and hasn't won a championship after claiming they were going to win hundreds of championships and never won a championship.
Okay. And that's the TV show revolves around a pro gamer who...
Yeah, it's a mockumentary.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's interesting because like it has the
Is
the
it
side
funny?
interviews. It's, you know, you sit there, and if you're not like an esports fan, or if you're not like a gamer, you won't really, I guess, like you won't really kind of catch it. But if you follow like some of that stuff, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, like, oh, okay, I get it. And it's so, and
Okay.
so what's funny about this older character, Cream Cheese, he used to be Nut Milk. That was his name, Nut Milk. And then he went pro, got famous and stuff like that. And so a couple of his partners branched off and went to other teams and got better, but he didn't. And so this new player named Organism shows up out of nowhere and is like apparently so much better than Cream Cheese, and like he kind of shits the bed a couple times. And you know, what is one thing about a good team, Jay, when you're playing a video game? What's one of the most important things?
Communication.
Communication.
I'm gonna go
And
with communication.
you know, a bunch of the episodes revolve around communication. You know, you got to communicate with your team to
Dude,
win.
Fucking army, dude. Shoot, move, and communicate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, move, and communicate.
So they get,
Like-
you know, they get into these arguments about communication and trying to be like, you know, trying to be the best team, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. And you know, where we left off, it's at a point where now the two characters are getting along. But where does this go from here? But now, the more I think about the show, I like it more because I start to realize that Cream Cheese, the character, was about maybe 17 or 18 years old when he started pro gaming, like a lot of other players today. And so I don't want to say that they don't grow up, but they don't have a sense of, you know, like a lot of them end up not going to college because they're making so much money with this stuff, and they kind of forget about the basics of the foundations of life, you know, education, you know, the morality ruler, you know, shit like that, you know, because they don't have their parents around it. They don't have like proper adult supervision or guardians with them to teach them this kind of stuff. And so they kind of, you know, they're spending money on these sports cars and these houses and shit like that. And I think that's the bigger picture here in the show. You know, you realize like some of these kids like Senbuga, who was 16 or 17 years old when he won that $1 million Fortnite competition, which was right across the river from me.
Uh-huh.
You know, it goes to show, you know, are they getting the proper, you know, well, you know, Senbuga's still with his parents, you know.
Well, sure.
You know, which
well,
is pretty cool.
I think you're kind of you're entering, you know, you're slightly entering into the waters of like, you know, exploitation. And
Yeah.
if a kid is like 12 years old, but he's the biggest fucking badass at Call of Duty in the world, right? Whatever game, really doesn't matter.
Yep.
How do you prevent a young person from being exploited on a global stage, such as like gaming? You know what I mean? Gaming really can't get much bigger than it is right now, and if it does, like, it's going to be a worldwide sport. I mean, that's basically like gaming right now, you know, basically like entered, you know, the same threshold as like, you know, demolition derbies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Used to have. It's a sport and people definitely play it, but it's also considered kind of on the fringe. Gaming is not so much on the fringe anymore, and it is really, really starting to seep and creep into the mainstream. And I think this show you're watching, I don't know how good it is. I might give it a gander now that you've said something about it.
It's a good like, just like sit down and okay, this is pretty cool. You know, it's not a.
I think, well, you know, and I think regardless of how good it is or isn't, I think it's going to be maybe in like 5 or 10 years, it might be considered like possibly like slightly groundbreaking.
Cult classic.
Yeah, there you go. Cult classic is probably better.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking, maybe a little bit too strong, but
Yeah,
cult classic. I
now,
like that.
I think it's pretty
like
cool
that.
I think it's interesting that they chose like League of Legends, you know, because they have the LCS Championship Series, which is probably the biggest championship series in the world for any video game, you know. Along, you know, and these are games that we're not truly familiar with, and it's funny because if you want to play League of Legends, your shitty little laptop could handle it, you know. Anyone could play this shit. That's the beauty of like games like this. And yeah, I mean, the show to me is like a 6 inches out of 10. I'm for it. I'm ready for another episode. It was pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I think it sheds a light on video gaming and esports that
Okay.
Maybe some other people are just like, hey, esports, okay, let's.
So on your 10-inch scale, when you give a 6, when I give a 6, you know, a good solid, you know, pounding from like a 6-incher, right? For me, it's, you know, it's one of those shows where like it keeps your interest enough that you pay attention to the storyline. It's probably got like some funny jokes in there, and you also might be spending a little bit of time. You also might be spending a little bit of time on your phone when it gets slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that kind of like
exactly?
When I give 6, that's basically what a 6 is to me. Like I start fading out a little bit, like halfway through when shit starts getting slow, and then I start scrolling on my phone, and when shit starts picking back up, you know, I kind of fucking get back into it. Is that kind of a...
That's exactly the vibe. That's exactly the vibe.
Okay.
So it's not bad, you know. Give it a watch. It's, you know, if you need just a good regular laugh and you're just kind of like, oh shit, yeah.
Just a good lashing by, you know, like just a nice polite sized, you know, 6-incher.
It's a good show to watch and sit there and roast.
Okay.
You know, like you could sit there and be like, look at this fucking idiot. You know, like it's
look at this fucking guy.
You know? And then like you sit there, you're just like, oh my god, like wait a minute, this shit's actually kind of happening to some of these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So very interesting show. I got to keep on sucking the dick of For All Mankind. They did it again. They did it again. They're on their way to Mars right now, guys. It's happened. They're on their way.
Spoiler alert. Fucking John is up this show's ass. Listen, spoiler alert.
One of the funniest things too about this show, I was listening to Yumi and Lore. Shout out.
Shout out to Yumi and Lore. Fuck yeah, guys.
And so like they were doing, it was like their pre-show episode, and Brandon had gotten into a section where he was like, what is this Black Hole Sun trailer? What the fuck is this shit? Looks all right. Oh, Apple Plus? I'm not watching it. So
no shit.
I felt so compelled to be like, no, I got to write to this guy. I need to tell him.
No, you know what we need to do? No, you know what we need to do is we need to send him a fucking like a very fucking like stern voicemail. Yeah, because they got that voicemail shit. we need to send them a very sternly worded voicemail.
Yes, we do. And yo, let me tell you, the conversation that I had with him, it turned from like, it was no like, oh hey, what's up, man? It was like straight like, oh hey, dude, I have these horror alternate history videos, and he started sending me these creepy fucking videos, and they were like alternate history shit. It's pretty fucking cool. And then he told me about, we spoke about John Titor, and then he spent the man from Torrid. You ever heard of that?
You know, that's ringing a really, really small bell in my head, and my head's already pretty small, so I'm not sure.
It's about
what is that?
Dude who came into Japan, and like he had a passport from this country named Torrid, but the country never existed in real life. But like he pointed it was like in between like Spain and France or something like that. And like he disappeared, and all his stuff disappeared, and there was something about a nuclear map.
That was a real life story, was it not?
Yes.
And they thought he might be like a fucking. They thought he might be like a fucking spy or some shit. But
yeah,
sure.
I think so. I haven't gone that far, but we're getting there.
In my youth, I should say, about 20 years ago, I was a young man out of high school, whatever. I did a lot of reading and research, and the internet existed, but it didn't necessarily exist in its current form. Does that make sense? But yes, I did a lot of I did a lot of deep dives on some of some of the stuff I was into as a kid, certain conspiracy theories, paranormal activity, hauntings, just the shit that you used to read about when you were a kid. Well, now the internet exists, so let's do a fucking deep dive, right?
Yep.
And I think that, it's like, that was one of those stories where it was like an unsolved mystery of, like in real life, where a real life unsolved mystery kind of thing, where like, what the actual fuck did happen here? Kind of thing.
Very interesting stuff, man. I gotta look forward to that. I also watched, me, I love my Chernobyl shit.
Oh, there you go.
There is a documentary out on HBO Max right now called Chernobyl: The Lost Tapes, and it kind of like to me, it was kind of like a companion to the HBO Max show.
Right.
Because it kind of went linear with the show, and it kind of broke down like, oh, this is what we used in real life for the show. This is
Right.
the footage that we were influenced by, and there was a lot of footage and a lot of stuff that wasn't even in the show that they were talking about. Even footage of the helicopter that fell into the reactor, which I first read never really happened, but it was
Right.
true. It really did happen. There was a helicopter that fell into it. I was shaking at some of the footage that they showed. They were showing mutated babies,
shit.
pigs with two heads, and how the Russian government, to no surprise, was lying to the people about it, and it led to the fall of the Soviet Union, which I've heard.
There were several things that happened kind of like somewhat concurrently in the late 70s and early 80s.
Just that one month.
And in Chernobyl was I have heard Chernobyl referred to as a watershed moment.
Yeah, it was definitely
in the collapse of the Soviet Union. That was basically a watershed moment where basically like it wasn't the end of the Soviet Union, but it was the beginning of the end. Basically, like when that shit happened and they tried to cover everything up, and you had hundreds of thousands of people that knew a lot more than the government was, spitting bullshit about.
And they fought back. Back, and what was and then they showed all the footage.
Don't play with radioactive materials, kids, huh? Don't play with radioactive materials.
What was so interesting to me, first I'm going to get into like the probability of what the city of Pripyat could have been.
Oh God, man. Well, you know where Chernobyl is, right?
Of course, yeah. It's in Ukraine.
It's in Ukraine. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, the Russians took Chernobyl.
Oh, and Ukraine now has it back. So
yeah,
the fucking dude. Did you see the fucking pictures of the Russian soldiers that dug like trenches and fucking like sleeping holes and foxholes in the fucking soil around Chernobyl, dude?
No, I didn't.
Dude, I don't know. I'm pretty sure those guys are already dead. But if they're not, like, they're gonna be. Like the soil, they were like sleeping in foxholes around Chernobyl, dude. Like the Ukrainians sent pictures after they retook it. Like the fucking Russians, dude, were like literally like sleeping in radioactive materials.
Someone's gonna lose their dick today.
So yes, so if somebody isn't already fucking dead by a Ukrainian fucking drone or sniper, they're gonna be dead with cancer in about fucking 6 months.
Or if they got attacked. Holy shit, guys! Holy shit! James Fleming is in the house. Scottish's own, the Scottish Cotter himself.
No way. We have a Scot in the house.
Scottish royalty. This man right here.
Yeah.
I've known this man for about almost 20 years. He was He was the first European man that I played video games with, which led me to where I am today. Which I still actually talk to some of them to this day, like Campbell and Andy and Campbell's wife Anna Lou.
I like that. I
know you
do.
So James over here. Beautiful story. James was like myself. We were making very bad decisions in our lives, and we actually used to be very inebriated together on the Xbox. We used to talk to each other and late nights talking to each other, and lo and behold, we both went into the military.
Oh, he's a veteran.
Yes, he is. He's a fucking badass. James, big shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming, my brother.
Welcome all the way from Glasgow.
I hope you
all the way from Glasgow.
I hope you. I don't know. I don't think he's in Glasgow. I think he may be in Ayr. He may be in Ayr.
Beep, beep, beep,
yeah.
Beep. Yeah. I just said welcome from Glasgow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And what's another funny thing about him? The guy spends like $12,000 on fish. Okay, the guy's got a fish tank that's bigger than his house.
Shut the fuck
up. This guy's got a. I gotta get him on the show. The guy's got.
I would love to have a brother or a sister. Either from the military, from our brothers and sisters across the pond. You know what I mean? Like, I actually would I would probably be asking him less questions about the military and more questions about like Scottish independence and like.
I want to know about the fish.
I want to know about Scottish independence.
I think he's got an eel too.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff There's a lot of stuff happening around the world, man, and at the same time, like the world's a small place. So.
Oh, we got another European in the house. What's up, Ben?
Ben Davies. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get outnumbered. We're gonna get outnumbered.
You know what's funny too? Here. Cotter and Ben actually know each other too. So.
Oh shit.
You know, oh man, I wonder who else is gonna come.
We'll say hi to each other. Say hi to each other, you cheeky bastards. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I mean, okay. So what's next? I'm sorry, Jay. I may go on for a couple more minutes here.
You're fine. You're fine.
What the fuck? Did I have what else did I play or watch this week? Chernobyl Lost Tapes, 10 inches out of 10. Go. It's awesome. 90 minutes of.
I'm actually a freaking nerd with documentaries and shit like that. So like that one I might have to watch. That one I might have to watch.
James.
Ben's got glasses. That's got to be. I don't quite get the. We
got European military royalty up in here.
We really fucking do. We really fucking do. Fucking NATO fucking ally. Got some of that NATO 556 up in this bitch, dude.
Yes,
like we don't give a fuck here,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying. I'm just gonna get into it because I had something and I forgot what it was, and it was actually kind of fucking cool. Oh. The finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, dude.
Did you watch it?
No. Check this out though. Before you give your review, me and Nikki, I don't remember if we covered it on this podcast.
And don't worry, guys. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. Me and Nikki watched like the first 2 episodes and we're just kind of like extremely fucking meh.
Yeah.
But with all the goddamn talk of like the last like week with this goddamn show and its finale, dude, me and Nikki kind of looked at each other the night and we're like, well, should we give Obi-Wan another fucking try? Because like those first 2 episodes were really, honestly, you could just kind of lick my ass. You know what I mean? Well, they really can just kind of lick my fucking ass. And to add into
what you're saying, there was a lot of stuff that they were messing around with, that were retconning with the canon of the story. But guys,
it's getting hard to keep up with any canon of any fucking storyline in any fucking Harry Potter, Star Wars, Indiana fucking Jones, man. Like they're doing whatever the fuck they want with shit anymore. I can't keep up with it all.
I was scared that we were not going to get a satisfying ending, or if there was going to be a lot of plot holes. I'm going to tell you right now, the show ended. I do not want a season 2. I have no questions. I don't think there were any plot holes. You know, I think it was perfect the way it was. And the final battle, which I mean, you guys could figure out what I'm talking about, was everything that I, as a Star Wars fan, and curious because we're in between episodes 3 and 4, and we, from what we know, there was only one meeting, was the death of Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, right? This is all we know of, but the fight that they took part in was everything, and everything was pieced together. Like there was a payoff, and it worked.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is getting a 7.5 out of 10 inches.
Damn, that's a big dick.
And I'm giving it a 7.5 because of its slow start with its certain like what the fucks and the graphics. There were some moments of the show that, you know, for a budgeted show like this from Disney, they could have done a lot better with certain aerial scenes.
Okay.
Certain planes could have been worked on a lot better in the animations. And that's really it. But everything else looked fantastic. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a go. It is a go. Miss Marvel did it. Miss Marvel did it again. It's another good show. Miss Marvel is a fantastic show, especially if you have daughters, guys. If you have daughters, watch it with yours.
We'll talk about having, you know, being fathers of daughters here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That'll actually be like our middle segment here today. Actually.
Yeah.
And now I guess because I can't get the fucking VR footage that I was trying to get you. Wait, I'm gonna try one more time.
I was gonna say, do you want me to do the blinders?
Oh, don't even worry about it, because I'm just gonna talk about the VR, and then I'll just send you the footage if I ever get it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I played 2 VR games this week, guys, and the 2 VR games, a dream come true, Fallout 4 VR. To live in and walk around in motherfuckers, in the post-apocalyptic Boston. Guys,
Post-apocalyptic Boston?
that's where the game takes place, in Boston.
Dope.
It's Fallout 4, and I have a couple gripes with how the weapons go. It's like an automatic reload, and you're only using one weapon. It kind of fucks me up a little bit. But I don't care, because I'm playing Fallout in VR. So I'm going to be... I mean, first off, you're looking around. There's super mutants, giant cockroaches.
Right.
These people are right in front of you. People that you know, from the last few years that I idolized as characters. I'm just like James Fleming. Glasgow is already post-apocalyptic. I believe it. And I'm just sitting there, man, and I'm playing with the guns, and I'm shooting stuff and using laser weapons. And in Fallout, guys, oh man, it's a 10 out of 10. And yes, that is a bias fucking rating. But
That
if you
sounds
want,
like a fucking bias.
but if you want the real one,
you're giving the full John Holmes.
yeah.
10 to 10.
But from first impressions, as of right now, graphics are great. Movement's pretty good. Mechanics,
But this is in VR.
But this
you
is
are
in VR. This is in
You're in
VR.
VR.
Like you're in, like
Okay.
you're
You're
looking
in the
around, and you're looking at a
you're in the
post-apocalyptic.
game.
Yep, you're in literally in a post-apocalyptic world in VR, and it's everything. Like if it was real, I'd even be happy. Like Francesca knows this, right? Like if it was a post-apocalyptic world, I'd be happy.
I want there to be a game like that where I can just like attach like a freaking, you know, like a let's say like a fucking pocket pussy, right? And then like I want to go in the game and I want to dig a hole. I want to dig a hole in the ground in the game, and then I want to just fuck the world.
Okay, well, Jay,
Right?
there are adult-rated games that you can play.
Shut the fuck
and do
in
that
VR?
stuff if that's what you wanted to do.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Are you
if
serious?
that's what you want to do, Jay?
No, man, they already have that?
It-
You're telling me they already have this shit?
Unfortunately, yes.
Jesus
It
Christ.
does
What's
exist.
wrong with the fucking world?
It does exist.
What is wrong with the world, John?
I'm not a game dev,
God,
all right? But whatever.
How much is it?
Dude, they're all every like the fucking summer the fucking summer Steam sale is going on. Everything is like $1 right now, so it's like
Yeah.
the next game I played about an hour and a half ago before we even started the show. And then when I get off, I'm going to play a baseball game because there's a baseball game in VR now that I can't wait to fucking play. But anyway, the next game I played in VR today is Payday 2.
Okay.
It is a
Tell us
bank.
about
It is a bank robbery game. Okay.
All right.
And to be honest with you, it's a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Guys, I'm sitting here right now unscathed from motion sickness from the game, so I'm sitting here right now perfectly fine. The mechanics are great. I wish I could show you the footage, man. I'll send it to you when I have it. I'll give you a scenario where I was sitting down, right? And I'm behind the barrier, and I have a drill drilling the bank vault, right? And the cops are coming in. I have the AIs over in the front doing their thing, and I'm watching the back door. So I could choose between a pistol, an M9 9mm pistol, or an M4 rifle, which I could, switch off. And very user friendly, may I say. You just look down, you press, you put your weapon down, and you switch it. And if you don't, or if you're walking around before a bank robbery, before you rob the bank, you can put your pistol away and walk around so no one looks suspicious.
Okay.
You wear a mask, you have a different set of characters, and you can play this with people online. And if they do not have the VR version of the game, you could still play with them.
So basically, you're fucking training to rob a bank in real life.
Something like that, yeah.
Doc Shup.
More Doc Shup. More Doc Shup.
Yeah.
Yeah, All-Stars coming in here today, guys. Holy cow.
Royalty, man. Royalty.
So what's really fun about this game is that there's you have a safe house. In the safe house, you have a firing range. You could spray paint your mask. Your guns. You could learn how to lockpick. You could learn how to use the different gadgets in the game. You could switch how you fire your weapon. You could go into other places around the area and open up cash registers and take cash from them. You know, it's fun. You know, so I think so. The funnest thing for me is the fact that I can crouch. I could crouch. If I set up a big enough play area, I could crouch behind the counter. Go over, pop. Use actual military tactical maneuvering.
Sure.
To defeat the enemy. The enemy being the police. Guys, it's just a video game. I'm just trying to have a good time. We support the blue here, all right? We support the blue. The good ones, all right? The good ones.
Whatever you do, kids, don't use VR to train for real life scenarios. God damn it. It's like, if we haven't said it before, this podcast is for fucking entertainment purposes.
You know what's the problem with these games, though? When they make a bank robbery game in VR, it really, like, you know, it's...
Fucking Fleming, dude. God damn it, dude.
God damn it.
Oh, my fucking God.
The game.
I needed that laugh, James Fleming. I needed that laugh, dude. I needed that laugh.
What's really cool about this game? Now, when you have these games that are already made and they transition over to VR, the graphics don't look that great, but the graphics look really good. The graphics look great, and it's a fun game to play. This game,
what would the equivalent console generation be to what VR looks like right now?
I would say so for a game that like Fallout, yes, Fallout. Fallout 4 came out for the Xbox One, right? It was one of the
VR's already there.
Yeah. So no.
Holy shit! Really?
No. I'm saying Fallout 4 came out for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
But when you play it on the VR, it looks like you're playing the 360 game.
Okay.
It looks like you're going from like Unreal Engine to like Rainbow Six Vegas. And it's still not that bad.
I was gonna say the 360 wasn't too shabby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't too shabby.
And these are just the transition games. And when you play a game that was specifically made for the VR, a lot of the games look good. Like Beat Saber.
Right.
Woo-wee. Beat Saber, man, that should get let me tell you.
I'm really curious about this. I know I think my daughters have actually played VR, and I have never I've never had the opportunity yet. So
I highly suggest people to get VR, if you don't want to play games, if you want to go on YouTube and kind of just wander. They have a Rick and Morty game. There's a Rick and Morty VR game, and you can do exercises. You can work out on VR.
I like that. I like that one.
So
there's
a lot.
I like the fucking PT. I like PT.
There is like 5 PT apps. They call them apps in the Oculus Rift. Very, very fun. I highly suggest it. And back to you, Jay.
Back to me.
It's back your turn now.
Shit, I don't really have much for a week in review. I have just been really, really enjoying spending a lot of time with my beautiful girlfriend Nikki, and I've been missing my kids because my kids are vacationing right now, and so they're out of state, and so it's really nice to have a lot of time with my girlfriend, and then it's also like I also miss my kids, but it's one of those things where it's been nice to kind of breathe a little bit more, right? So me and Nikki, we started about 2 weeks ago, and it did not take us very long to finish. Started watching this show called Peaky fucking Blinders.
Okay? Because you're a binge watcher. Where are you now?
We're done.
You finished Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah, we're done. Like I'm reviewing the fucking series on this bitch. Like,
oh, let's hear it.
Everybody that's fucking watching right now gets a fucking treat today, dude. Like, so Peaky fucking Blinders. It tells the story of a bunch of goddamn World War I veterans that came back from the fucking war they just fucking fought and won, and go back to the fucking criminal underground of fucking early 1900s fucking United Kingdom. All right? Yeah. Now these are British gypsies, okay? So there's like a whole thing where they like kind of mix in fucking like actual history with, you know, let's see, TV thematic plot points, right? Okay? But holy shit, John, I think you'd like this show. Okay,
I might have to do it today.
They mix in fucking everything. They mix in fucking like coming back fucking to a fucking civilized world as a fucking animal.
Any war scenes, any war flashbacks?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, bro.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah. The main character, the one you've probably seen 1,000 memes of. You know, yeah. Have you ever seen those memes where like,
you got the cigarette in his mouth?
Yeah, with a cigarette in his mouth, and it's like the dude that's like trying to be like a little bit too fucking hard, you know, on Facebook, you know, posts the meme with fucking like Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders.
That's my homie, like, Killian Murphy.
Hey, yeah, that's him, man. That's him. And let me tell you about this, dude. Like, they do a good job. They do a good job showing the effects of like post-traumatic stress. They do a good job showing, well, how one man who is driven but lacks a chain in life to hold him down will just continue to, you know, like evolve and like move forward, right? And then it also shows the ultimate, you know, like it's a TV show, and you know, so it has you have a rise, you have a fall, but there's so many different I don't want to say twists and turns. It would be more in this storyline. It would just be, it's the storyline moving along basically.
Okay.
For the most part, there are a lot of tropes. There are a lot of tropes in this TV show. However,
it says
one
Billy
of the things
Boys.
That's a rival faction in the TV show. There's a lot going on. It helps if you know a little bit of European history around and just after World War I. It especially helps if you know British history around and just after World War I. Okay, and then it also helps if you know a little bit of world history moving forward, because basically the timeline of this entire TV show is the immediate era following World War I and right before World War II happens. Basically, does that make sense?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So do they
this
talk?
TV show, this TV, also, well, here's the thing. Like there's only 6 seasons and we finished them. There's a movie coming out apparently in 2025. Allegedly, they start filming next year. There's going to be a fucking movie.
So is it going to go into World War II?
I don't know. They've every season they move forward in time between seasons every season. However, I'm
sorry.
No, you're okay.
I had to.
Arnold. Yeah, it's fucking badass. The timeline they move forward between seasons changes though. It might be a few months or it could be a period of years. And so as you move forward in the seasons, watching it, there are tropes. So obviously everybody and their mom knows who the fucking main character is. Main character, well, can't have a fucking TV show without your main character, right? Well, that's kind of a trope. But they also use that trope against itself in the show, if that makes sense. And so, like, and the deeper you get into this show, they start making you ask questions about your fucking self. There were a lot of scenes where there's a lot of like really, really morally, ethically gray areas where it was like, well, what the fuck would you do? You know, and it's just one of those. It's a very well. I would describe it as a very well thought out veteran crime story.
Okay.
Like they came back from the war and they had nothing to fucking lose, right? So let's see how far we can fucking ride this goddamn fucking gravy train. And all they had to rely on was fucking family, right? Fucking like what's that dude? What's that movie? Fucking Fast and Furious. That's like fucking.
It's all
Peaky
just
Blinders.
family.
Family. Oh wait, hold on. Let me put some fucking marbles in my mouth so I can talk like Vin Diesel. We live our life quarter mile at a time. But yeah, that's fucking Peaky Blinders basically. So on the fucking 10-inch scale, dude, John, no lie, dude, solid, throbbing, veiny, 8.5, dude.
8.5 for Peaky Blinders. Holy shit,
fuck,
Jay.
for all six seasons, even
you
when
see this guy? See this?
even when they started going off the rails a little bit, they always bring it back because you like TV shows always go off the rails and you're always just waiting for the next stupid fucking thing to happen, you know, where the TV jumps the fucking.
It's usually
shark
the
or what.
second or the third season.
And Peaky Blinders isn't necessarily immune to that. Here's the thing, though. I think they were aware that they were doing it because when they pull it back, it gets even better. And so I very rarely have I seen a show with so many kind of like tropes, kind of like bait you a little bit with a trope, and then fucking reel it back in like real fucking quick. And that's so like they do a really, really good job on that.
I like that.
Points are really only deducted for. It gets a little bit repetitive. Some of the storylines will get repetitive, and some of the scenes, some specific scenes, will drag on for a lot longer than they need to. Okay. However, points are definitely given for the fact that there's only 6 seasons, and there's only 6 fucking episodes a season. So, John, you were like freaking out, like, how the fuck did I watch it in 2 weeks?
That's why.
There's only 36 episodes.
How long are each episode?
About an hour, and a couple are a little bit more.
That's not bad.
So, yeah, so that's Peaky fucking Blinders. So that was basically my week in review because we really didn't do a whole hell of a lot. And then you got that, John. You have the beautiful beach footage. Are we ready to go? Are we gonna go there?
Which footage?
Are we?
The Roadhouse?
Oh yeah. Are we gonna go to the Roadhouse today?
Hold up. I have a lot of buttons now.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. I think it's time for the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse time, baby.
Saddle up the horse, little pilgrims. Jay's got a little bit of trail dust to spit at you this week. Last night, I met up with one of my former soldiers. I raised him up as a little lad, sent him off to Afghanistan. We stood side by side on hills there. We returned home, and now I got to see the product of my military upbringing grow up to even better than me. Fuck yeah, bro. No shit. So, last night, hold on, I got to drink out of my fucking giant mug.
What the hell is that?
This is my fucking big ass beer. It says big ass beer. I don't know if they can read that. Probably not. It says big ass beer. Guess where I got this fucking mug, dude?
Target?
Fuck no, Target, bro. Tombstone, Arizona.
Yo, that's a
I
big
bought this
fucking beer
fucking
mug.
mug.
Holy shit.
I bought this fucking mug in a place called Big Nose Kate's Saloon in Tombstone, fucking Arizona.
How much beer does that thing hold?
32 ounces.
Oh, it goes well with the bell.
The bell?
The fucking bell I gave you. The beer bell.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it does. You're
Oh,
very right. Yeah.
shit.
Oh my God, look at you. Look at you. Yeah.
Did you see his mug? It's
I got a mug.
He puts his,
I got a mug.
He probably puts it next to each other. They probably make love with each other, the mug and the bell.
They probably do. They probably do. Big ass beer, big ass bell, right? So yeah. So I get a message from one of my former soldiers. When I change my job in the Army from being a mechanic and going over to the infantry. I got stationed at Fort Carson, and so when I got there, I got very quickly kind of like my feet, thrown into the fire. Basically, I got my feet put to the fire like immediately. I was promoted very quickly, a lot quicker than I think was anticipated by a lot of people, including myself. And so I basically became a leader of soldiers almost immediately after I reclassed. And I got to see one of the young men that I got to train and deploy with from Fort Carson. And he was driving through last night. He's getting ready to go do some wonderfully great things in the Army. I should say continue doing wonderfully great things in the Army. This kid's a fucking badass. And so he was passing through, so we gave him a name of a barbecue joint, and we ate fucking barbecue with one of my former soldiers last night, and it was amazing catching up. It was amazing, like, talking shop. It was amazing laughing at how ridiculous, like, civilians are after you get out. We had a good time. Tomorrow, another one of my former soldiers from the same fucking squad, my squad, on my second deployment, dude, is coming through with his family because they're en route changing their duty stations.
Hell yeah. Cool.
So tomorrow, fucking, not to break OPSEC, but tomorrow I get to see another one of my former soldiers. Both of these, I say young men, right? Like, both of these young men are doing some fucking awesome, amazing things. I feel like a proud dad watching their careers, and especially now that I got out, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like watching from the wings, from the sidelines now, as they continue playing the game. I'm so fucking proud of these guys, dude. And I got to fucking share a meal, and share some Kansas City fucking barbecue with one of the finest human beings I've ever met. I get to do it again tomorrow, and both of those guys are like my fucking heroes. So getting to hang out with your fucking heroes for the, any time is good, right? It's really cool. It's really cool. So
yes, it is.
After that, me and Nikki, we stayed on. He had to carry on. So he is very mission oriented. So he had to carry on. Me and Nikki, we stayed out for a little bit and just kind of enjoyed the night. We went to a VFW last night, and we had a really good time there, man. The VFW, it's the VFW that I transferred my membership to. Wonderful fucking location. Great fucking VFW, man. They're very. I think it's one of those posts that's actually trying to move forward into the future, and I like seeing that. And then,
for those who don't know, what's your history with the VFW?
So the VFW it's the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and it was an organization created around the era of World War I. So it's been in existence for a little over 100 years, and it was mainly created around and centered around World War I veterans, much like Peaky fucking Blinders, right? Like, so when they created the Veterans of Foreign Wars, World War II fucking popped off, creating even more of it, and posts popped up all over the United States. And then you got all of our other global conflicts, Korea, Vietnam, shitload of stuff with the Navy, you know what I mean? Grenada, Panama, the Gulf War, Somalia. I mean, the list goes fucking on. And then, 9/11 happened, and we have a whole fucking 20-year fucking generation of fucking warfighters since then, right? So the Veterans of Foreign Wars is an organization that is basically there to help veterans and to promote basically, like, I don't know what you would call it, healthy living for people who have been there and done that. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly. Like, the VFW to me is it's a place I can go where I know somebody will be there that will understand me. And a lot of VFWs are open to the public now. So if you go into, like, the bar area or the pub or whatever, we call them canteens. if you go into the canteen and have a drink, you're not necessarily going to be just surrounded with veterans. But you're pretty much anybody that goes to a VFW is going to be there, and they understand. They've been there too. And I try. They donate a shitload of time and resources and efforts to making sure that veterans get taken care of. And when you volunteer time with the VFW, it's you're basically giving back to the people you served with, anyways. So it's another way of continuing service. It's another way of continuing service after you are no longer active in. I joined after my third deployment. I joined in Colorado when we lived down in Pueblo, and I just started going to this place, and I really liked it, and I liked the people there. And that's usually what a good VFW, will have, is people that you like, right? So, not all VFWs are created the same. I know nationally, the VFW is in decline, and I think a lot of it is in due part because our generation of warfighters, we're talking global war on terror, our generation is not joining. And so we need to reverse that trend and kind of like take that power back for ourselves. And that's something that, the VFW is basically for. So me and Nikki went there, we had a good time, and we came home, and we actually got to chill out with our neighbors for a couple minutes before we went to bed, believe it or not. So I got some really kick-ass neighbors, and they were sitting on their lawn drinking cerveza last night, and so we went and hung out with them, and we had a nightcap with our wonderful neighbors. So that's Jay's Roadhouse for the week. So yeah,
I love it, man. I like the Roadhouse. It's convenient for me, as you saw.
Gives you a break.
Yeah, it's convenient for me. I get to, hang out a little bit in the back here and just kind of put my head back and just chill out.
For sure. Yeah.
So I mean, we're not going to get into this too much, but we don't have a say, but we have something to say.
There you go. I like that, John. Oh, I like that.
Say
it again. We don't have a say, but we have something to say. Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said. We don't have a say, but we have something to say.
Hey, on this show, we're not the Peaky Blinders. We're the cheeky fucking bastards. All right?
Yes, we are. And if you look at the description of the show, we're on planet DD-214. We're in our old world. But, the fact of the matter is, everything that, the shit that's been, we got some Handmaid's Tale shit happening right now, and it's fucking disgusting. The whole notion of these old school minded politicians still stuck in their ways, and now and not even now, but even then, I see why so many people are so convinced that this new younger generation is going to pave the way, and it's it's just showing more and more how stupid these sons of bitches have been. I mean, they always have been fucking stupid, but now it's just I saw a picture today with a politician, and he had the book of laws, all the books, and they were taller than him, and he was 6'6" something, 6'7", 6'8". Right. It's a problem. They're fucking stupid. I
mean, there's a word for it. It's fascism. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Fascism. That's it. Oh, by the way, Peaky Blinders goes into that. Check it out.
Fantastic, and I mean, and fascism has always been a theme. Real life, TV shows, video games.
History keeps trying to fucking go back to it, but the funny part is people have power, and everybody knows they have power now. And I want to encourage everybody, no matter how you feel about this situation that's occurring in our great land, do whatever you do peacefully.
What's going on,
okay?
Deshaun?
Do whatever you do peacefully, all right? And walk peacefully and placidly amongst your fellow humans. All right, we are all Americans. And I think somewhere along the motherfucking line, somebody forgot to fucking like mention that to a few people, you know, that are way above our heads and always will be.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna stay there, and they're not gonna stay like that if they're gonna pull some bullshit. So get out there and do whatever you do, but be peaceful about it. There's no reason to come to blows.
Yeah,
against your brothers and your sisters.
It's kind of interesting to me how these dudes make laws that they're not even going to see last for a long time because they're not going to live for a long time. I
think it's funny that dudes make laws about shit they don't have, like, I don't know, vaginas.
Roger that.
I don't have a fucking vagina.
Who with that?
I got a cock. You know.
Yeah.
Very very average in size. You know. It gets. I get it going. I get it going. It's pretty good. You know. When I get the full, you know, like the full blood pump, I'm all right. You know. Yeah. But I don't have a fucking vagina, bro. I don't know what it's like to have a vagina.
You know, we cannot go back. We cannot go back. That's just.
I'm raising 2 daughters.
I have a daughter myself. You know. You know.
Yes, James Fleming. They are allowed.
Wife, you know.
We actually already have female infantry in the United States Army. We already have female infantry officers, and there is confirmed. There is
Rangers.
We've already had females pass Ranger school, and there is confirmed. There is at least one confirmed female Green Beret. That is no shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. So,
and the Pentagon has said, you know, they've spoken about this. You know, they don't know
what the fuck they're gonna do. Whole bunch of states just fucking banned it. And there's fucking military installations there, dude. Yep. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I you know, on another episode we'll talk about the incoming civil war, but that's just not today.
God damn it. There's not going to be a civil war. We don't fight against our brothers and sisters. We fucking do it the right way. Civil disobedience is a thing. Civil disobedience is a thing.
Yes, it is.
Henry David Thoreau. Look him up. Read his shit. Civil disobedience is a thing.
Nope.
Henry David Thoreau.
And now
read his shit.
And now, before we get into the news, we got a little bit of news to kind of spill out. Guess what, Jay? I got that footage.
You got that? Shit?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Do
you want to see it?
Remind me which one you're pulling up. Of course, I want to see
the footage for the VR bank robbery.
Bank robbery? Fuck yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put it up here.
Hold that shit, bro. I want to see you rob a bank right now.
No, it's not. I'm gonna skip through it. I didn't finish robbing the bank. I ran into some infractions with the police.
Oh, I'm sure. That tends to happen in bank robbery. Oh, by the way, for our listening audience, this show is for entertainment purposes only. So when we're talking about robbing banks, we're talking about playing fucking video games. So don't be fucking stupid and try to like say we're talking about something we're not right now.
Although if you want to get us on the news, we'd be more than happy for the numbers.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I will definitely probably be critiquing, critiquing John's movements or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. Like,
so I have to switch this over.
Also for our viewing audience, robbing banks is no longer like a valid way of like getting money. I just want to let you guys know that. So like, robbing banks is going the way of the dinosaur. Like, would you rob a train? Is this fucking Red Dead Redemption? Is this like 1910? Like, no. Would you rob a train? No.
And actually, Red Dead Redemption's on my news for the day too. So.
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, we don't rob trains. Why the fuck would you rob a bank?
James Fleming said.
There's easier, ladies and gentlemen. There's easier ways of getting cash. Okay, even if you're a criminal. Just letting you know.
James Fleming said, "Report this content. Get the numbers up."
Who said we wanted a lot of numbers, dude? Like, we kind of like it like this, bro. nice and quiet. We can say whatever the fuck we want. Nobody can stop us, dude.
So I'll keep it a little low. So what's actually really cool, you actually have a war room that you could actually plan out. You could actually plan out. You can plan out the bank heist right here.
Okay.
You get a little point. You get a pointer with a pen there with a laser on it.
Dude, look at that scary ass face mask. You're making me want to rob a bank right fucking now just to dress up.
All right, so here we go.
Oh yeah.
There's the van. I'm moving around. Like, put that in HD.
This place will have cameras. Be careful.
We're going through, so I'm like, okay, you know, let me check this cash register real quick. Bam!
John, getting that fucking paper.
Yep.
Get that shit, John.
You
Get it.
get the latex gloves. You got a little iPhone on your side.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm looking around, so I'm just okay. I gotta look for these bank key cards.
So far, not bad. Look at you. Look at you. I like your movement. You're going from one fucking position to another. I see you, John. I see you. I'm liking the movement across the parking lot.
Yeah,
you stay covered.
because there's a
Cover
dude.
concealment.
There's a
Cover
dude
concealment.
who comes
Yeah.
out of the back to smoke a cigarette.
Oh, we gotta smoke that motherfucker, dude. He's smoking a cigarette. You gotta smoke him, right?
So I'm like, all right, let's go. So now, I'm like, okay, what do we do? So I'm moving around. I'm getting used to it. More movement, and then
And then,
I get caught.
oh shit. All right. Did you just get in like a gun? Are you just gonna get into a gunfight like in the street?
Look at this.
Wow.
There's no advantage of
I
shooting
beat the shit out of him,
Bro, man.
Oh, he just turned into a fucking.
and I killed the security guard.
Oh, great job, John. Your bank robbery already fucking. Oh, come on.
And
Oh
look, the
my
getaway
God.
driver's leaving. He's leaving.
Yeah, I would too. You just went in there. You went in there. You went in there, guns blazing like Yosemite fucking Sam. What do you fucking expect? I'd
Cairo
fucking
says,
whip your ass,
Jay,
too.
come back to Warzone.
I'd be like, who said that?
Cairo.
Call Cairo. No way. DD214 royalty. Cairo in the house. That's what I'm talking
All right,
about.
so here we go. I dropped the bag. I'm like, okay, I'm free. I'm shaking here. The alarm's going off.
Yeah, no shit.
Now keep the heat off it.
Here we go.
Job.
Oh, I'll tell you what I do like. Once you committed to the mission, you were fucking all in. I like that. I do like that. I mean, you're just like fucking at this point, right?
Yep,
Might
now-
as well.
There's
We're
my
already in a fucking
concealment.
shootout with a SWAT team.
Now,
Might as well
mind you,
fuck-
I'm actually crouching. I'm actually about to crouch here. So I'm
Like-
looking around. I'm watching the back door. Watching the back door. You know,
Good, there you go.
being a good
That's
homie.
right. That's right.
Pulling out the 9. Oh, they're shooting. The cops are shooting. I'm watching the back
Here we
door.
go. Here we go. I just want you to know in real life, John, like you just would have gotten yourself and everybody else killed.
Oh, I
just
know.
want- Like
Oh, I know.
everybody's like all of them are dead. Like,
And then everyone's outside with their hands up, and they look at them. Oh, there we
oh
go.
yeah, oh look at you pull out the freak. Oh, here we go. John with the heat. If you can't stand the heat, you know you better get out of the kitchen. Here comes John.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
There ain't nothing in life you can't turn your
There-
back
oh,
on.
there we
it.
go, the
30
back
seconds
door.
or less.
They're
when you
coming
spot
in.
the heat around the corner. Look at fucking John. This is like a fucking movie, dude.
Boom!
Just
You
like
saw?
fucking-
Did you see that shot?
Oh fuck yeah! I saw that shot pie in that corner.
I'm about to
motherfucker.
get real gangster right now.
That's
Hold
why you
up.
don't stick. That's why you don't stick your fucking head out. Exactly why you don't stick your fucking head out. Look at that. Look at that. Keep coming. Funnel that motherfucker. Fatal funnel. Fatal funnel. Yup. Fatal funnel.
Guy with the
Oh,
shield.
we made it in. You got a man in the house.
Yeah,
Freeze,
the
freeze,
AI
freeze.
got him. We're good.
Enemy in the fucking wire.
I'm crouching now. Look at that. Now you guys can't see this, but I'm actually looking through the iron sight. Like in the game, I'm actually looking through the iron sight.
That's badass. So you're seeing something different than like what the
Yeah,
gameplay footage.
So here
we're
we
seeing.
go. Now I'm repairing the drill now. Popping shots off.
God damn, you are the worst bank robber ever.
I'm still
I
crouched.
love you so.
I'm
I
still
love you so
crouched.
much.
Look at that. Bam, bam, bam.
I want you to get a lot more tactical next time, please.
Oh, here we go. Now this
Please.
is when it gets saucy. The guy who
Oh,
drove
it gets
off.
more saucy?
The
What, are they
guy
bringing,
who
like, an
drove
RPG?
off, the getaway driver, left the bags outside. So here I go. Here I go.
Now you gotta be a real greedy motherfucker and grab bags. Oh, fucking snuck up on fucking SWAT, dude. Who the fuck is this guy?
That's the AI. Oh, and we got flashbang. So now I'm
Oh,
freaking
yeah,
out.
of course.
I'm like, I can't see a goddamn thing. Now I'm thinking I'm going to get motion sickness, and I didn't.
Well, you probably shouldn't be fucking shooting people
Right
as
here.
you're walking into the bank next time. Might
Right
be
here.
easier.
I got the guy right there. Ooh,
Nice.
got him. Gotta get the
Nice.
bag. I gotta get the bag.
Get the bag. Get the money. Get the fucking money. You gotta go. Get the fucking money. Oh, all that weight. All trying to drag all that fucking weight. Oh no.
Yeah, so now we're going back.
Oh, this just went bad, dude. Like, oh my, all these deaths.
Flashbang again. Look, now the cops are in the bank.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're storming that shit. Unlike certain police departments in Uvalde, Texas.
Oh!
Ding, bing, bow.
Yeah, here. Also, here we are. Now the vault's finally fucking open after like 10 minutes of drilling the bitch. This is where the
Jesus,
fun
there's
part
nothing in
starts.
there. What the fuck?
Oh no, this is the fun part. I'm pick
Oh,
locking,
we just
motherfucker.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
So you know the AI shooting. I'm over here just like, okay, you know, we got this AI, we got this.
Right?
I'm about to get real thug in a second. Hold up. Oh, what do we have there? Money.
All the fucking money.
Oh, here we go. All right, am I gonna start with you? Yep. So then this is when things started getting sideways.
Oh, I can tell.
Yep, you see?
Yeah, I heard they got snipers. Fucking. Well, I mean, when you've gotten into this big of a fucking gunfight, dude, you're basically asking for the fucking National Guard to come after your ass, dude. Like seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't do that, John. You got to be. John, it's a fucking bank robbery, dude. We're not fucking the prom queen here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And James.
Like you gotta be a little bit more subtle. Okay. You gotta be a little bit more subtle.
And James, that is the Oculus, but I'm playing that through Steam VR on the PC. That game is Payday 2. Also, Cairo, I miss Jay's old camping stuff too, because he actually got kills when he did that.
You're not wrong. You know what? You know why I got kills when I camp? Because that's what you do in fucking real life, and it fucking works.
Daddy, chill.
Thank you. Hey, John, I don't want to be a cold, wet blanket, but I think we're gonna have to get close to rapping. You know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
that's no problem. That's no problem.
I'm
and
sorry.
And it's perfect because I got two news things here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Actually, we'll just go with the funnier one. We're just gonna go with the funnier one, and then we're gonna take it from there.
Sure.
Next week, guys, hopefully Jay is gonna go in to get this Bean Boozle pack with the spicy jelly beans, and we're gonna.
I'll find it if it exists out here. I'll find it.
Yeah, if not,
Just
I'm gonna mail it to you. So I got another.
Just
box
like I
right
found
here.
I fucking found that Pocky chip. You know.
This
Just
is
like
true.
I found. Hey, Michael Stark, welcome, dude. Thank you very
What's
much.
going on, man? Though, so the only news.
Yo, hey, Cairo, I plan on coming back. I am so sorry I've been gone for so long. I was literally, ask John. I was apologizing to John last night.
Last
Believe
night,
it or
yeah.
not. I was apologizing to John last night. I'm trying to get there right now. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the news that we have today, which is absolutely nothing. A 15-year-old Modern Warfare 2 player.
Uh-huh.
I will put this in your window so you can see it. You need this laugh. You're about to get this laugh. Are you
All right,
ready
let's
for this shit? Every time this kid gets a kill in Modern Warfare 2,
Uh-huh.
he does a rave in his room. Do it one more time. He gets a kill. Boom. The kid has a legit fucking rave in his
Hold on.
bedroom.
Did you say he was playing Call of Duty? Did you say he was playing Call of Duty?
He's playing Call of Duty. And
How
so,
the fuck-
so the story is the
Did you get,
story.
like, 20 kills a game, dude. Like, how the fuck you gonna have a fucking like rave?
The flames, yeah, it's the flames. The dude's got a flamethrower in the back. He's got a fucking flamethrower in the back. Did you see that? The kid's got a flamethrower.
God fucking.
So the story is this guy was playing against this 15-year-old kid, and the kid was streaming.
Sean, dude.
So he went to the kid's stream and saw this, and that kid's house is gonna get caught on fire, guys. He's gonna put that fucking house on fire.
Oh, John.
Oh, guys, well, guys.
I hope you know you're on a fucking roll. Like, that's like the third week in a row you've had me in stitches. I just want to let you know
that's
that.
one of the funniest things I've seen. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming by to the show. Just a huge shout out, Yumi and Lore, 80s Babies Gaming,
Pablo Martinez, Chris Patterson, fantasy author,
Blaze New Jersey Online, Cairo, the Norse
Veterans
Mandalorian, the American
Veterans
Legion,
New Jersey Veterans Network, Doc Shupp,
the U.S.
all
Army.
them all out here. All my brothers and sisters still serving. All of them. You ready for the old final thought, John?
This is yours today, my friend.
All right, well, time to get a little serious, guys. So I had a wonderful night with my brother that I haven't seen in a while, from the Army last night. And then me and Nikki, we went to the VFW, and then we kind of had a nightcap with our neighbors. But in the process of that, we also found out that we lost somebody in our world. And so I'm sitting here this morning, and I'm hurting because we literally just found out like 12 hours ago. And as a father to daughters, I'm not sure on this one, because I've never had to have this kind of a chat with my kids. And I'm going to have a chat with my kids. And it's breaking my heart. And this is not the first time it's happened in my life. This is not the first time I've been exposed to it. But this is the first time I'm going to have a talk with my kids and tell them that somebody that they knew. And I don't know how I'm going to have that talk because they're vacationing right now. And I want everybody out there to know, if you need help, if you need something, there are people, they are literally like behavioral health specialists on this talk line. It's the National Suicide Hotline. It's 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-8255. There are licensed behavioral health specialists that will talk to you. It's basically free therapy. Okay, I don't like describing it as that, but that's exactly what the fuck it is. When you are just at your fucking breaking point, that is a number you can call. People out there care about you. I don't care what you think about yourself. I don't care how you feel about other people right now. We care about you. Here at DD214 Gaming, we care about you. If you are lost in the wilderness, okay, and can't see in the dark right now, if you are somehow coming across my voice, I want you to know someone fucking cares about you. They will miss you. Okay? I feel guilty as fuck because I don't know how to have this conversation with my children. And that's what I'm thinking about. Instead of my initial thought is I'm worrying about my kids instead of this young person who is no longer with us. And I feel guilty for that. Because I wish that young person was still here. And I don't know how to quantify all this stuff in my head. The only thing I do know, especially as a fucking veteran and a veteran of a fucking war that happened 7,000 miles away from here, where I'm sitting right now, I've seen death. And I've never seen anybody come back. When they're gone, they're gone. And nobody wants you to be gone. We want you to stay. I want to fucking smoke a joint and drink a beer with you on the fucking porch in a rocking chair when we're fucking 90 years old. I want you guys to fucking hang on. With every last fucking ounce of strength you have, fucking hang on. Please. I'm begging you. 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. John, I love you very much. I will see you, John, in 168 hours. You're muted. You're muted.
In 168 hours, man. I love you too, my brother.
See you next time.
See you next week.